everybody, and welcome to my February Best in Beauty video, my favorites of the month. This is a really no-nonsense favorites video. By that I mean there's nothing in here that I just simply like because it's so pretty. Sometimes that is my reason for liking something, but everything in this video has really earned its spot for being something that is just, it's practical, it has a purpose, it really does something that you can completely put your finger on, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm talking about today, and I have some things that are not really makeup related, and I think I'll start with those because normally those get bumped to the end of the video for whatever reason. But one thing is the shampoo that I've been using lately, and don't you just love this hairstyle, by the way? Just, I loosely put it back, this little part fell down, and then I kind of thought, maybe I like it that way. Maybe I don't, I'm not sure. But I've got this L'Oreal Extraordinary Clay Rebalancing Shampoo, and the point of this, it says, oily roots and dry ends. Isn't that an interesting concept? Because that's pretty much always the situation I feel like I'm dealing with my hair. I have fine hair, it's straight. When I see oil in my hair, you know, it's right up here in the roots. That's like the reason that prompts me to think, I think I need to wash my hair. But my ends never really seem that oily. So I've been using this and I really love it so much. One thing that I noticed right off the bat, the very first time I used it, it like suds up just immediately. It goes into a really thick, rich lather. What's up with the clay thing? It says 3 refined clays, silicone free. It says it instantly purifies oily roots and hydrates dry lengths without weighing it down for beautifully fresh, flowing hair from root to tip. I'm also using the conditioner as well. These were sent to me like a PR sample, and I've been using them since early January, and oily roots were something I remember dealing with a lot shortly after Belle was born, and I haven't noticed that a whole lot now, but yet I think about the whole span of time I've been using it and kind of overlaps with when I had Eve, and maybe this stuff is the reason why my hair just feels really normal right now, and it feels like light and clean at the roots, and then it definitely does feel nice toward the ends. Granted, I have a shorter hairstyle now, so I'm not dealing with all that massive amount of length, you know. So of the two products for me, I think the shampoo is really the main favorite here, but it says up to 48 hours of purified roots and hydrated ends with this system. So truly, I think this has been good for me and I like that. Another thing that I'm not sure if I mentioned this in a video or not, I know I've mentioned the spray lotions before, but this one is from St. Ives and it's the coconut milk and orchid extract. This is something that's kind of a rediscovered favorite. I'd had it for a while, and then you get back into this mode where you've got a newborn baby and your showering is like happening so quick. You know, you can't just spend forever in there unless you're really sure someone's asleep, you know what I'm saying? So I get out of the shower and I'm just wanting something very quick lotion wise, not really wanting necessarily that rich body butter that you got to spend forever just massaging into your skin. This I love because I can spray it all over, but it is still a really nice scent. Coconut milk, orchid extract. It's really sweet, a little bit tropical. If you've never seen this stuff in action, let me see if I can just spray a little there on my arm. See how thin it is? It almost looks a little bit milky, and then it just blends in pretty much with just a swipe or two over the product. Now, if you've got world's most dry, scaly skin, that's not going to be the most heavy-duty lotion you could use, obviously, but just for a little light, you know, moisture all over, I think that has worked really well for me, and like I said, you can use it in a hurry. Setting powders. I've got two I'm going to mention here. One I feel like I've talked about just to no end recently because I love it so much, and I think it's a fantastic product, and I'm late to the party on it, but I think it's great, and it's the Laura Mercier Loose Setting Powder, the translucent setting powder. I think it's so good. It adds a little coverage wherever I put it, but yet I can't really see a big powdery look on my skin, you know? Great for baking, great for just a light setting of the under eye area or all over the face, so I do really enjoy this. But in my little makeup tote, you know, I did the video on this little guy right here, the thing that kind of travels around the house with me, and when I can't really fit in, you know, coming up here to the makeup room to do my makeup, I've got some stuff in there that I can just use really quick. And the thing that lives in that bag is my Too Faced Primed and Poreless. And this works well also. I feel like when I'm in the biggest hurry, I'm not wanting to mess with loose powder products. Not that that's some huge thing to work with, but you know, it takes just a little more doing. And so this is just very easy, and it's less messy, obviously. You just pop your brush in, and this is great for setting the T-zone, great for setting the under eye area. I mean, we're talking just basically a colorless but very, very smooth powder. Next thing, and it pains me kind of to mention this because I know I'm going to talk about how much I love it, and it's no longer really on the market, but it's this Bobbi Brown Shimmer Brick palette. Bobbi to Glow is what it was called. And you may have remembered me talking about this when I was contemplating what I was going to get in the Sephora VIB sale, and I think I mentioned it later on in a haul that I'd gotten it. But it's 3 shimmer bricks in one. You've got gold, bronze, and this one's called Wild Rose. And I really do like each one of them. I think they're really cool. I enjoy this palette more than I ever really thought I would. But here's why I'm really choosing to bring it up in this video. Bronze. Bronze is like the ultimate. This thing is so versatile. This one can do so much, and these are all available individually. So if you're really thinking about a shimmer brick purchase and you want to buy one that's like a lot of bang for your buck, I really think bronze is it, because guys, this is like my all over bronzer, this is my highlight, this is my blush, and this is my eyeshadow. And I thought I was really accomplishing a lot when, like, I think I talked about on Snapchat or Instagram that I had done like all of the color products on my face just using this whole palette. Like, that's my blush, that's my highlight, that's my bronzer and eyeshadow. But truly, you can condense it all down to just this one, and it can still be doing a lot for you. It's a matter of what kinds of brushes you use. So smaller brushes, you know, can concentrate your color into the different strips. Just the sheerness with which you apply it to the skin. You know, if I just want a light little bronzy look all over, I'll take something like my e.l.f. complexion brush and just sweep it through all the colors, dust it all over. If I want blush, I go toward basically these center 3 right here, and it makes this pretty, you know, kind of bronzy blush. How about that? Highlight, this top shade or the top 2 shades, I mean, really can give you a beautiful glowy highlight. And then for eyeshadow, you guys know how this works. You just go to the different shades that you want there in the palette. I use the darkest one in my crease. These kind of rusty reddish shades are really beautiful, blended just up above the crease. I've got the light shade on the inner part of the lid. I've got the darkest shade again on the outer part of the lid, and I smudged that dark bronzy color on my lower lash line as well. I have been doing this so much, and I haven't really been talking about it a whole lot because, again, it lives in my little traveling makeup bag, and I use it on days when I'm not really doing anything particularly notable with my makeup. Maybe I'm not shooting a video on a specific product. I'm just downstairs trying to throw something together. Pop this open, and ultimately, it's the bronze one that I think is just the best. Looky here, you guys. We're losing the whole little clip back ponytail, so I'm just gonna... I'm getting a little trim on my hair soon, but it hasn't happened yet, so we're just kind of... Speaking of lower lash line though, my pencil brush, I've kind of fallen in love all over again with my Sigma E30 pencil brush. Not that I haven't used it a lot, like just all the time, but right now, for whatever reason, I'm just really loving a nice smudgy lower lash line. And so this does that for me. It's really just the perfect size. I mean, shades like I mentioned in that little bronzy shimmer brick, it works really nicely just to give your eyes some definition, but you can do it so fast, right? Because it's not a super precise brush. Also, where the eyes are concerned, this Tweezerman lash curler, and I've got the little box back here so I can remind you of what the exact name is, because I mentioned this in my haul, but it's the Pro Curl Lash Curler, effective for most eye shapes, ideal for round eyes. And this comes in contact with my entire lash line like nobody's business. I can curl my lashes quickly. I can just pop it on there, and instantly there's no fussing around. There's no like, ooh, a little bit lower over here on the right, like nothing. It just works. I said this in the haul as well, but the sponginess also of the little pad that you clamp down on there is just right, because my lashes don't like to curl. And when it's got a little something to squeeze into there, they'll curl a lot better. So I love this lash curler. It it is a bit more of an investment. We're talking like, what was it, 18, 20 bucks? But a lash curler is the kind of thing you're gonna use again and again and again, and they do give you a little thing of 3 extra pads in here. So you're pretty much set for a good long while if you get this. I've had a cold recently. My lips have been more chapped than they have been all winter long, and so that gave me a good opportunity to test out some lip balms. I tried several, and I determined that the one that really was able to feel like it was repairing my lips, because there are plenty of great lip balms that feel nice when your lips are in decent condition, or maybe they're just kind of dry and you just need a little something on there. There are loads of lip balms that work fine under that circumstance. But the thing that worked best for my lips when they were just at their worst and it helped them heal, I felt like, it was this one from Almay. So I've talked about this before, and really putting it to the test hardcore, it works so well. It's the Age Essentials Lip Treatment SPF 30 Broad Spectrum lip balm. It's got that little pink core. It's so softening, and it really felt like it had some staying power on my lips, which is a strange thing to mention with a lip balm. You know, you don't really think about that a whole lot, but so many of the lip balms, I felt like the reason why they weren't working for me is that they'd just be there and gone in an instant. You know, they'd rub off on my cup, and then I don't have time to spend grabbing it and reapplying it all the time or thinking about it really. So with this, I could just put it on. It had a nice thickness to it right away, and I felt like it really stayed on my lips for a good long time, and the hydration, whatever it was giving back into my lips, definitely like was there to stay. So I enjoy that very much. If you're in need of a great lip balm, you might want to check this out. And yes, if it's looking big, it is a big lip balm, and it has the lightest, nicest little like cotton candy scent. I love that. Oh, one more thing I meant to mention at the start is this hand sanitizer spray from Honest Company. I am so hooked on these. They're everywhere throughout my house, in the car, in my purse, and this is the orange scent, which I think smells so good. I also like the lavender, and yeah, this one's got a Cinderella sticker randomly put on the bottom of it. I don't know who chose to accessorize it. But really good stuff. It's very fast drying. Just, you know, a spritz there, rub your hands together, and you feel like, oh, it's gone, but my hands smell nice. I usually use a few sprays of this, and still it's just very quick drying, very easy to use. And I think I'm done now. Those are my favorites of the month. You see what I was talking about here? Everything does something. It's not just here because it's looking pretty. It actually works. So thank you guys so much for taking time to watch. I hope you've had a great month, and here's to a great March coming up. Thank you guys. Bye.